Okay, I don't have a full-length mirror, but like there's shorts, skirt. So this morning I rearranged some appointments and so that it's all within my time off work. So it's like my dentist appointment was at 9 a.m. on the day I'm supposed to go back. And I'm like, no. So today, like I said, I'm gonna hang out by the pool for a little bit. I'm gonna get on another Paula B call and listen in. And I'm not gonna get in the water, obviously. I mean, I'm not even allowed to take a bath or be submerged in water yet. So, I just wanted to get some sun, you know, just a little bit of sun. I sprayed on my sunscreen, but I want to be outdoors and I don't want to be super pale. This is SPF 50 sports, so should be okay. So I had my follow-up, my 2-week follow-up today. She just basically checked where the incisions were. She seemed good with everything. She didn't say, oh my God, or anything like that when she looked at them. She just looked at them real quick, and we talked a little bit about the other thing that she found. She said she got most of that lesion. She got, and it was very small. She got most of it out when she did the biopsy. But I'll see the specialist next week. I'm just gonna stay optimistic on this and believe for now, unless told otherwise, that this isn't going to be a big deal, whatever it is. It's non-malignant. I know that for sure. She said I'd still have to do checkups, you know, every year with my gynecologist, whatever. So, and I knew that from reading about everything after finding out about the lesion. The one thing I am getting tired of is going to the doctor thinking a certain thing is solved and over with, and then finding out, oh wait, there's something else now. That's been the theme this year. And I've gained all my weight back. Hello, good morning. It is Saturday morning. I have my hair appointment at 9 o'clock. It's in 30 minutes. I tossed and turned last night. I'm gonna say that I'm not sure it's because of the whole forced sped up menopause thing, because yesterday morning I slept until like after 9, and then I fell asleep at 4. Well, now I'm just gonna drive down here, get some coffee so I can, you know, sit up straight in the salon chair. to try the bagel place by the salon. I just got my hair done. It was pretty good. It's nothing like a New York bagel like this. They would really pile it on, but it'll do. This has been, it's like 10:30 and I haven't eaten yet. I've only had the coffee. It's a little muggy out, but it's not too bad. There's a breeze, so I'm sitting outside. Because I like to sit outside when I can. Gonna be another hot day. Okay, hair's done. Morning breakfast is done. I have about an hour before I go to European Wax for my dreaded wax. You know, I think about going back to shaving because I'm getting to where I'm like, I don't really want to do this anymore. But then I'm like, I don't want to go back to shaving. At the same time, I cannot see. So yeah, I have a little bit before I have to do that. But I don't want to shave, and I could just end all of it and just let hair be there, right? And just get my eyebrows done and my mustache, because that's annoying and will always be for me. I don't know. I'm not ready to not have hairless legs. Okay, so I have about 20 minutes before my appointment. I'm having a little bit of a dessert after my bagel. There's a new Andy's frozen custard, and I'm trying it out. This is a turtle sundae. It's good. It works. So I am home for the day, and laundry started. I'm gonna chill for a while. So here's the deal. As far as an update on how I'm doing great. The things I talked about last time, the whole TMI gas situation that other people who've had hysterectomies talked about, I did have gas. But that's not unusual for me either. This is embarrassing to talk about, but so it wasn't that much different than usual is what I'm trying to say. And there was nothing was trapped. You know, I started taking my probiotics and stuff. I think that helped, but I have been doing fine. So my second week did not hurt worse than my first. It is very hot outside, and sometimes I feel like I'm running hot temperature-wise more than usual, but I don't know if it's because of out there or because of in here. Those of you afraid of the surgery, if you're getting one, don't be afraid of surgery. I mean, the worst part for me always is getting the stupid IV. I hate it. You know, I can't stand the idea of somebody poking my hand veins. Don't like it. Don't like it. Or in the arm or wherever they put it, I don't like it. And it doesn't feel comfortable going in. It hurts a little bit. But once it's in and everything's all settled, it's fine. You get the drip of whatever they have in those bags for, probably hydration, and there might be a little something in there to calm you down. Antibiotics. They gave me antibiotics before I went into surgery. And they said it helps to do the antibiotics right before surgery to reduce the chance of infection. And then for me, though, they had to do 2 IVs. They did one on this hand that didn't take, and then they had to do another one on this hand, and this is the one that worked. So that was awful, because I had to do the thing I hated the most twice. And then I got to... I knew from experience that I was going to be all right once I got in the OR, Now, the time before, when I got the LEAP done, I remember the whole trip down the hallway and feeling nervous and everything. They did give me a little something to relax me on the first procedure a few years ago. But I wasn't totally calm about it. This time, they told me they were going to do this before they did it. They gave me something that was supposed to affect my memory, and maybe it did a little bit, but I remember going down the hall, and I remember starting to feel different, calm, going down the hall. And I'm like, oh, they're already doing the thing. And I got in the OR, and I don't have clear memories of being in the OR for this procedure. I just remember them asking me to... Everything's kind of blurry, actually. Except them asking me to scoot onto the operating table. I'm assuming that's what it was. And then they laid me down and put the thing over my face, and I was out. There was no... that lasted 2 seconds. They didn't even bother with having me count down. But on the first procedure, I do remember being in the OR. The stuff they gave me wasn't as strong. It calmed me a little bit while I was waiting for them to get ready for my procedure. But I remember going down the hallway. I remember being in the OR, looking around, seeing the lights above and kind of what the room looked like, and how there was a whole group of people in there getting everything ready. And I remember getting on the table for sure. There was no blurriness about it. And then they laid me back and asked me a couple of questions, and then they put the oxygen mask over me, and they said to count from 10, and I think I got to 8, and that was it. So both ways, I preferred this way that they did this time, with something that kind of makes things fuzzy as you're going in. I used to think, and the big anxiety I had the first time I had a procedure where I had to be completely knocked out, was the idea of being completely knocked out, but I am telling you, it lasts for 2 seconds. I mean, to the rest of the world, to my parents waiting in the waiting room, it was definitely an hour and a half wait. But for me, it was like a nice little time leap forward. Now, this time, my issue was hoping I didn't get a blood clot. And they put these things around my legs that would squeeze and move muscles around there for me during and for a while after surgery to keep circulation going in there. Because when you are under general anesthesia, you don't move. The body does not move, unlike any other time in our lives. So, and I don't really remember spending too much time in the, I must have slept or was in and out, I don't know. I was in recovery. My dad said it was definitely an hour or so that you were in recovery, so I'm like, okay. I don't feel like it was. And so time, maybe I didn't wake up right away. Maybe right after surgery. Maybe it was a half hour later. I don't know. But they asked me about pain. They gave me something for the pain based on what I said. I rated it a 7 out of 10. That was the worst it ever was the whole time after surgery. Most of the time it was a 3, maybe a 2. It would kind of go back and forth between a 3 and a 2 after I got on some painkillers. But then, you know, they wheeled me into the hospital room. My parents were there. And I just slept. They gave me a tray of liquids, you know, different liquids, a broth, water, some kind of, I think they gave me juice, I can't remember. And there was Jell-O. The Jell-O was really good. I drank all the broth, water, tea. So I did that. I think they had Ensure there too. I didn't want any Ensure, so I didn't do that. But so there's that, and then I went to sleep. They kept checking my blood pressure cuff would go off every 30 minutes. And then toward the evening, the blood pressure cuff, there was a bruise developing. And it would squeeze, and I would go, ah. And the nurse goes, what hurts? And I'm like, that is. So she changed it to every hour, and then she stopped. She said, I'm giving you a break from that. My blood pressure was higher than they wanted it to be for a while after surgery. They gave me my normal medicine, and then they gave me a little bit more than my normal blood pressure medicine. Spent the night in the hospital. Started eating solid foods that evening as well. Started getting up to go to the bathroom. They took the catheter out. I started getting up to go to the bathroom that evening as well. And this is the part I was going to explain, that I stood up and I felt like I was standing on 2 sticks. Like it wasn't like they were my legs, they were sticks. And so it was weird to move on them, but I started moving on them. The nurse helped me to the bathroom. And then after that, it got easier and easier to walk. I slept that night, woke up that morning again, and got to leave around 9 o'clock in the morning. that next day. And then from there, it was just resting and eating, taking pain meds. And for me, the pain didn't really get more intense or anything. There was no extra bleeding, no anything bad, no infection forming around. Those were the things I was concerned about, is bleeding too much. Because really, they took everything out, so there really isn't anything there to bleed. You should just have light spotting, which that's it. That's all I had. The pain didn't get worse. I took ibuprofen most of the time. I took the Percocet once after the hospital. Once, maybe twice. But I think just once. And then the prescription ibuprofen the rest of the time until, I don't know, 5-6 days out. And then I started taking regular Advil, and now we're down to no pain medicine of any kind. I've thrown out the pain medicine. I went to my second 2-week follow-up. She looked at the incision sites. I'm doing okay. There's 2 incision sites that are closed up. They're not open holes anymore. They're closed up. The skin is going back to normal. And the third one is covered up by a bandage that was sewed on and will naturally come off probably in the next few days. I'm anticipating that at any moment. Because it feels like this part where she sewed is mostly off. And I'll see what that part looks like, because I've not seen it. I'm still gonna take this time and to fully recuperate. I still can't lift anything heavy. I can't get submerged in water, which makes the going to the pool hard. I can't take my sitz baths. That is where I'm at, and that's how the surgery went. I thought I'd share the whole story there. The next thing will be seeing the specialist for the other thing that they found during surgery, and I'm due for my mammogram, so I thought I would go ahead and get that done as well during this time. And that's where we are. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later.